Hey, so this is about fucking what happens after boot camp. Cause you think you're done, but you're really not done. It's a lie. So you graduate boot camp, um, which is a ceremony that's kind of long and drawn out and worse than it needs to be. Then you get 10-day leave, um, where you will most likely get fat and lazy, and not do shit. But take advantage of that, because that's the most time you'll have for leave for a while, at least probably until you deploy for pre-deployment leave. But yeah, so you'll get your 10-day leave and you'll go do your thing. And then you'll have to report to School of Infantry, either on the East Coast or on the West Coast, depending on where your orders are to. So shit. At the School of Infantry, I can speak on East Coast because I went to School of Infantry East. They have MCT and ITB. MCT is Marine Combat Training or some shit like that. ITB is Infantry Training Battalion. Basically, if you're in the infantry, you go to ITB, and if you're a pogue-ass motherfucker, you go to MCT. Fun fact, everything in the Marine Corps exists to support the infantry, essentially. Every other pogue-ass job is there so that the infantry can do their job. So if you're not infantry, just look at your life and your decisions and reevaluate. So you get to School of Infantry and you go to a holding platoon till your company, the next company, picks up for training. Which is kind of good and kind of shitty at the same time. I mean, it's better than boot camp just because everything's better than boot camp. You get a lot of free time, you get liberty, which basically means after work, you're allowed to, chill around the barracks. Or I guess they're squad, the squad base. So it's still kind of shitty, less shitty than boot camp. And then eventually your company's going to pick up. And you're going to start training, either in ITB or MCT, depending on your MOS. And they're both pretty similar for the first month. You're basically learning O3 shit, which is infantry shit. Yes, MCT pogues learn infantry shit too. And that's like stuff like how to set up a defense, like patrolling, digging fighting holes. You're going to shoot different tables. It's pretty fucking cool. And then after the first month, the split happens. MCT faggots go off to their MOS school, where, fun fact, you could be in another holding, I don't know if it's like a company at that point, but for like fucking months and just hate your life. So yeah, and you're still in student status for longer, which also sucks dick. So the MCT pogues go off to do their things, and then after the first month, for the people in ITB, you hit what's called the split. So basically, they decide for sure who's going to be 11s and who's going to be weapons. So 11s are riflemen. They technically, weapons is in support of riflemen. That being said, weapons MOSs function as riflemen a lot of the time, and there's a lot of cross training and shit, and life is better as weapons. So just saying. And you can kind of, to an extent, choose what MOS you're going to be just by letting them know what you want to do, but at the end of the day, it's their decision if they pick you or not. Basically, after the split, you learn your own specific MOS for a month, and then you graduate, and you go to the fleet, and it's beautiful. Some general shit about SOI though. So you get liberty on the weekends normally. You'll get, I don't know, on a long day, you'll get from 900 to like fucking 1900. Sometimes if you have a hike that you have to get ready for, shit like that, you'll get less liberty. People have said that if you are this MOS or that MOS, you'll get less liberty on the weekends. That's not true. You might have to study more, which means that on your liberty time you'll be studying of your own accord, but you still get the same amount of liberty. Other things, people say you'll be able to dip and smoke, and some people say you can't. It depends on the company. I think every company lets you smoke, and as for dipping, it depends on the company. That being said, MCT faggots generally can't dip, and that's why it's worse for MCT fags. So be infantry is what you should take away from this. Also, don't get caught drinking. You'll get fucked up. There's literally zero reason to do dumb shit at SOI and get in trouble for it, because you're literally months away from getting to the fleet and being able to do dumb shit. So just wait. Just wait. And then just in general, like, don't be a boot. You can talk to other Marines like a person, like a human fucking being. Don't use fucking boot camp vernacular like ink stick moonbeam or go faster. That's just dumb. Know your ranks. Don't say sir, unless it's an officer, in which case do say sir. But if it's not an officer, know if they're a sergeant or a staff sergeant, which is what most of them generally are. Most of the combat instructors. And like, don't blow your money on a stripper. Don't get a tattoo. Like, I mean, it's just dumb shit that should be common sense, but for some fucking reason isn't. Or do those things and embrace being a boot, you faggot ass bitch. So yeah, that's what life after boot camp is like. You thought you were done, but you really weren't. Get fucked.